everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me a quick favor, see that little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, click that subscribe button. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. So click that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for. Switch gears, and I do want to talk about a topic that we discuss quite a bit here on the Aaron Torres Pod and Aaron Torres Pod YouTube channel. That is Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. And it's funny because every single time that I talk about Coach Prime on this channel, one of two things happens. One of two responses is what I get. There's some of you, oh, I love Coach Prime. Torres, keep talking about it. You're the man. You're great. Blah, 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 blah. No big deal. You know, if you think I'm great, who am I to tell you no? But then, of course, there's the other side that sits there. Oh, Torres, you talk about Coach Prime too much. What are you doing? There are so many interesting stories in college football. Nobody cares. Stop talking about him. To which I would say, you might not like Coach Prime. You might not like Colorado. But there is no doubt in my mind that there is no program in college football that more people care about than Colorado. Now, you might hate watch him. You might dislike Coach Prime. You might love Coach Prime. You might love Colorado. But people care and people are watching. And I saw two stories today on Tuesday that blew my mind when I saw them and proved beyond a reasonable doubt. I sound like I'm a judge here, or a lawyer or a prosecutor or whatever, that people love Coach Prime. The first one, this blew my mind. Okay. So I think a lot of people know, but I'm from the East Coast, but I live in Los Angeles. And what I could say is I actually think LA is a very good sports town. The Dodgers are always selling out. The Lakers, that speaks for themselves. USC football, now that in theory they're good again, although the last couple of weeks been a different conversation. But I bring it up because there was one team that for whatever reason just has not been able to break through and resonate in LA, and that's UCLA football. And it's crazy because I think Chip Kelly is a really good coach. Martin Jarman, their AD, is a really sharp, smart guy. But I bring it up because for whatever reason, UCLA football just does not resonate. For whatever reason, people just do not go out to the Rose Bowl to watch the Bruins play. I bring it up because that was the case at least until this week when the Colorado Buffaloes come to town, okay? So I saw this and it blew me away, okay? So UCLA football last week, okay? So again, I live here. I can definitively tell you, most UCLA home games, you can walk up to that ticket window 5 minutes before kickoff, get any seat you want in the building, okay? I bring it up because I saw this last week and there was a new narrative, new twist, new narrative to it on Tuesday. And that's this. You know, the Colorado game against UCLA is not only sold out, it actually sold out over a week ago. In other words, people are so interested in watching Coach Prime, Shador, all the guys in LA, that this game sold out at a stadium and for a team that never sells out and essentially cannot give away tickets. Went back and looked it up. This is really interesting. This is just, I believe I saw that this is just the fourth total sellout since 2016. The fourth total sellout since 2016. And I believe during that stretch, this is now 7 years, this is expected to be at minimum the second most attended game at the Rose Bowl for UCLA football since 2016. That's 7 years, 7 seasons. I know there was a COVID year, no fans, whatever. The bottom line remains, that is insane for a 4-3 team, and it is further proof just how much people care. Oh, by the way, how about this for a twist? Saw this on Tuesday. UCLA might actually, there's a part of the stadium that is, there's a tarp during home games that might actually get taken off. So now people are saying it could be 70, 75 plus thousand, proving again, people care. And for people to say, oh, well, UCLA is just getting good. No. I went back and looked it up. Cheapest ticket for Saturday at the Rose Bowl for this UCLA game, $125. And for anybody that says, oh, they're there to see UCLA. UCLA the following week or a week or two after plays Arizona State at home. Cheapest ticket is $21. So you got to pay 6 times the value for Colorado 4-3 as opposed to Arizona State just a few weeks later. So it is clear people like Colorado. It's clear that people are invested, that people are interested. And by the way, it's not as though it's an easy trip for Colorado fans. So, if people think that, oh, Colorado has this crazy group of traveling fans, you're dead wrong. It's about a 2-hour flight. I think it's easily got to be about a 7, 8, 9, 10-hour drive. So it's not like they're playing, Stanford or something that's a 6-hour drive, that's a 5-hour drive. No. It's not Colorado fans. It's people in LA that want to see Shedeur, want to see Coach Prime, want to see the Colorado Buffaloes. I also saw this on Tuesday afternoon. I thought it was really interesting. The Athletic actually put out an updated list of the most watched games in college football of the season, okay? And the reason they did it, first of all, it's just something people care about, but it comes after the Penn State, Ohio State game, top 10 matchup, 2 mega brands, Big Ten, big noon kickoff on Fox just a few days ago. That was actually the number 3 most watched game of the year. Congrats to everybody involved. I don't want to say it was a great game, but congrats to Ohio State for winning. Do you know that number actually essentially paled in comparison? It was pretty comparable. I don't want to say it paled in comparison. Pretty comparable. As I said, it was the number 3 most watched game of the season. You know what number 1 was? Colorado versus the Oregon Ducks. And so the Athletic put out the top 15 most watched games. How about this? Colorado, Oregon is still number 1. So we are deeper in the season. Games feel bigger. Games matter more. The number 1 game was still Colorado, Oregon. Ohio State, Notre Dame was number 2. Ohio State, Penn State was number 3. Ohio State, big national brand. Everybody loves. Okay, whatever. Same with Notre Dame. Same with Penn State, by the way. Bring it up because you know what number 4 was? After Colorado, Oregon, and those 2 huge Ohio State games? Oh, I don't know. How about Colorado State, Colorado? 10:30 Eastern time kickoff featuring Colorado State. It's not as though Colorado State's a national brand. It's not as though it's the biggest program in college football. The number 4 most watched game was Colorado State. Number 5, Florida State, LSU. This one is amazing to me. Florida State, LSU. Remember, this was the opening weekend of college football. It was Labor Day Sunday, so a holiday weekend, everybody's home, and it was a standalone game. There was no other sports on that night, 9.3 million viewers, less than Colorado State, Colorado a few weeks ago. By the way, you know what was right behind LSU, Florida State? It was Nebraska, Colorado. So 2 big brands, a formerly big brand against Colorado. Oh, by the way, after that, it's Texas, Bama, or Tennessee, Bama, Oklahoma, Texas, Bama, and then Colorado, TCU. Colorado, TCU is then followed. I'm tripping over my own words here. I'm tripping over here. But the bottom line is, this is what you need to know. 3 of the top 6 biggest games all featured Colorado. That would be the Colorado-Oregon game, which is still the most watched game of the season, Colorado State, Colorado, which was number 4, and then Nebraska, Colorado, which was number 6. Then at number 11 is Colorado, TCU, and then at number 12 is USC, Colorado. And so I just bring it up. This is what I'm here for. This is what I do. This is what I'm about. I'm here to help you, right? The old saying from Jerry Maguire, help me, help you. The next time somebody's complaining to you about Colorado, they talk too much about it. People care too much. Blah, blah. Why are they always talking about Colorado? Well, it's because they have, how about this? 5 of the 12 most watched college football games of the season so far. That's more than Bama, by the way. That's more than Ohio State. That's more than Michigan. That's more than anybody. And also, the tickets are flying off the shelves at the Rose Bowl this weekend. Listen again. People are going to try to tell you they don't care about Colorado. They are dead wrong. They are interested. They are invested literally financially, and they are watching. 5 of the 12 most watched games are Colorado this year. And the one thing I keep going back to is this. What if, and I think this is going to happen, what if Coach Prime actually lives up to his promises, right? Like, what if he actually builds this into an elite program? If he gets those defensive linemen, those offensive linemen, and builds this into a top 15, top 20, forget number 1, number 2, number 3, but top 20 program in the country, top 10 team in the country. Imagine what the ratings would be like then, because they're already amazing. And the team isn't even playing very well this year. Bottom line, it's a fascinating thing, a fascinating trend, proves that people care. And I'll tell you what, people will be watching that UCLA-Colorado game. For those of you in Los Angeles that will be attending on Saturday, enjoy the game. Wish I could be there with you. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, is this a fascinating one. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. Also, new episodes of the Aaron Torres Podcast every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, wherever you get your podcast.